Come on. Do I sound like I'm joking? Do I sound like I'm playing? When you look into my eyes, you understand what I'm saying? Let me say it to you slowly, and it may sound scandalous. I don't think that you can handle this.
All right, we move on to Sunday Night Football. 3-3 Dallas Cowboys face the 3-4 San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco. The 49ers are 4.5-point favorites, while the projected total is 46.5 points. That means Vegas is telling us that the 49ers will score 25.5 in the win, while the Cowboys score 21. As far as injuries of note, Micah Parsons still has that ankle injury. He will be a game-time decision most likely. And on San Francisco's side, it's been chaos on their wide receiver crew. Brandon Ayuk tore his ACL and MCL. He is out for the season. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel had to go to the hospital last week during the game. He has pneumonia. No timetable is set. We'll see if he's healthy enough to play. On the flip side, Juwan Jennings, their number 3 wide receiver, he was held out last week with a hip injury. He may be able to return for week 8. Like Steph, what do you think about this matchup? Who you got?
I know TV partners are probably looking at this game like this is not the matchup we thought we was getting. They're not getting return on their investment whatsoever. But I'll start with the Cowboys. The Cowboys 3-3, coming off that drubbing at home against the Detroit Lions, 47-9. The bye week came at the perfect, opportune time for them so they can lick their wounds. They've actually won 2 of the last 3 games, but their 2 wins are over Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Not offensive juggernauts. And tell you the truth, going against the 49ers right now, they're not an offensive juggernaut whatsoever. As you said, the receiving situation in San Francisco, who are they going to throw the ball to? But I think this is going to be one of those ground and pound games. This is probably going to be one of those games, a Shanahan specialty, where he'll try to do everything in his power to try to formulate some type of offense. The problem is Brock Purdy has looked very, very, very ordinary. That gunslinger mentality that he had when he had the full cachet, you cannot have that same mentality when you do not have the weapons at hand. So I'm looking at the 46.5. I'm going to go under. And San Francisco is favored. I'm actually going to go Dallas plus 4.5. I'm not saying Dallas is going to win, but I just don't see San Francisco. If San Francisco is going to win, they're going to win by field goal. If that, they're not going to win by touchdown. So, yes. So Dallas plus 4.5 over under. I'm going under.
Like you pointed out, this is not the game that anybody thought they were going to see when the season started. But as far as Dallas can't run, and their passing game is CeeDee Lamb or bust. And then the 49ers are dealing with so many injuries to all their stars. Don't forget McCaffrey's been out all season. I am 100% with you as far as the under. I really am curious to see what the Cowboys do because they look like they lied down and just gave up against the Lions. The Lions are really good, so they could do that to you. But it's going to be really interesting to see if the Cowboys are able to bounce back off of that bye and show some heart. Because I think if they get beat down again, this whole season is a wrap. With that, I think they will show some fight. Like you, I'm going to take them plus the 4.5 points. Do I expect them to win? No. I think it is a possibility with how beaten up San Francisco is. It's also possible that San Francisco beats them by 30 anyway because the Cowboys might just lie down. But as a bettor, I think I just have to go with the plus 4.5. All right, let's move on to the week's nightcap. Monday Night Football, the 2-5 New York Giants go to Pittsburgh to face the 5-2 Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are 6-point favorites, and the projected total is a low 36.5 points. That means Vegas is telling us that the Giants will score 15.25, while the Steelers score 21.25. Especially considering that this is Monday night, it's a little bit too early to talk about injuries, but both offenses look healthy so far. Mike, Steph, who you got?
If there was one Monday, they should have had 2 games. It should have been this Monday night, so you can have another option. The Giants, the The last 2 games, the Giants have scored a total of 10 points. They had the Saquon Barkley homecoming game this last week, in which Saquon Barkley had almost 200 yards, I think 170 some odd yards with under 20 carries and could have had more. So I'll go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they're 5-2. They've been an offensive juggernaut the last 2 weeks. They scored 32 points against the Las Vegas Raiders. And then on Monday night, last Sunday night, they scored 37 points in a 37-15 drubbing of my New York Jets. They were down 15-6 with under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And they went on a 31-0 run. Now, do the Giants have a better defense than my New York Jets? Begrudgingly, I have to say so, even though it didn't rear its head last week. And I think the Pittsburgh defense is disciplined enough that they're not going to allow Malik Neighbors to be a factor in the offense whatsoever. So, Pittsburgh -6. Yeah, that sounds good. Over under? I'm going over because I think Pittsburgh has turned into an offensive juggernaut. And I just think they like scoring against New York teams. So back-to-back games, yeah, I think they're going to put a 30 burger up there.
It's interesting. Neighbors came back from the concussion last week. Didn't do a whole lot, mostly because Daniel Jones did nothing. And his offensive line certainly helped with that. Neighbors should be able to round in form this week. But Daniel Jones is still going to be Daniel Jones. So I'm not expecting much from the Giants, especially against a team like the Steelers. On the opposite side, Russell Wilson is going to have to do more than just a half to convince me that he is somehow back to Seattle Russell Wilson. But I think the Giants' defense has been consistently solid. So, I think Steelers. The 6 points bothers me a little bit because I could see it just being like a 6-3 game or something. But I trust the Steelers enough that I'll take them even -6, and I'll go under begrudgingly because I am a little bit afraid that Neighbors might score a touchdown or something, and then the Giants get up to 14, 15 points.
We're talking things that make you blush, but trust us, it's a must. From awkward to taboo, we're here to guide you through. It don't matter if you're a bit of a prude, it's a prude awakening.
It's a beautiful thing, and I like to appreciate, each and every one of y'all who's actually been tuning into us. You're not forgotten, you're not invisible. I see each and every one of y'all. And me and the Mojo King really appreciates the support that we've been garnering over the last, especially this season, especially due to our new format. It's really gives us fuel, gives us energy to continue this and make it bigger and better every week. With all that being said, Hidden Gems Football has been popped up. You know what? I'm not going to. Every time I try to whisper it, it never comes out. So I'll just say the 19 Media Group. Goodbye.
Goodbye. We appreciate you.
With
the chicken that's it.
There you go. Knew that chicken was coming out somewhere.
This is a 19 Media Group presentation.
I don't know what the Jets are doing over there. I'm kind of scared about the Survivor pick again. I think I'm not going to pick from Survivor. I just can't.
So you mean to tell me a full 2 segments after we discussed my Jets and after you dangled that carrot of, yeah, you know what? I might be able to do it. We're talking about the other New York team. Yeah, I know I brought them up first, but we're talking about the other New York team, and then you're gonna snatch back your pick. So
the Jets lost by 22 to Russell Wilson.
So who you picking then?
I don't know. Any other team in the league.
No.
Wait, who are they playing against? I'm taking the Patriots.
Sure, it might be the one time you sneak the Patriots too. I'm just saying. Wow, that's flagrant. That's flagrant. Yeah. See, this is what you miss when we're on the screen together because he gets to do this. and get my live reaction instead of delayed reaction, or a matter of fact, no reaction whatsoever. And then I just see how it's cut. I'm like, oh, he caught that one. Yeah, because I'm already in the can. Okay. Shoot. If you which go check your Gmail. There's gonna be a clip before this goes live. With all that being said, darn, I get so warm, and I was gonna say something else, but then I realized I'm on the screen with somebody else, and I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. I mean, I'm comfortable, but I was gonna say, I get that warm, tingly feeling. But I don't know that he's gonna cut that out. So
Gone.